The purpose of this video is to teach you how to create shared folders within a shared folder in your Google Drive so that we can implement our MIR documentation procedure for this year. To access your Google Drive, you want to go to your browser and in the address bar type drive.google.com. And as long as you're logged into Google, you should see something that looks like this. If you're looking at the old view, it will be more linear, but you can still access all of the same items. The folders for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade are in your shared folder, so you want to go to Shared with Me, and you should see them appear 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. I find it easier to go ahead and put them into your drive to work there. So to do that, you want to right-click on that folder, and you'll see a list that looks something like this, and then you just click Add to My Drive. And then when you go back to My Drive, you should then see those folders show up in your drive. I'm going to show you how to create your folders within your drive. Let me get rid of this. This is what it might look like whenever you first log in. You want to start by creating a folder for each student in your homeroom list. And we ask that you create that folder by naming it last name, comma, first name. And then if they go by a different name, put that name in parentheses. So I'll just show you a few. You want to click New and Folder. And then one of the students that's on my team this year, his name is Christopher Gillespie, but he goes by Isaiah. So it's as simple as putting his last name, comma, first name, and then Isaiah, because he goes by that, in parentheses. And then you want to click Create. Now you are going to have to do one additional step once you finish creating that folder. You want to make sure that that folder is highlighted, and then you want to figure out who all it can be shared with. So you can do that by right-clicking, or you can do that by finding the little button that says plus and then a person. And you want it here where it says anyone at Surry County Schools with the link can view. You want that to say that anyone at Surry County Schools with the link can edit. Otherwise, other teachers within the school are not going to be able to edit the documents that are in that folder. And then you simply click Done. So this is Christopher Gillespie. I would just continue down my list and add more students. So Sydney Rutherford is another student in my homeroom. Notice it put her at the end. Again, I'm going to make sure that I go in and change her so that you all have access to edit. I do want to note that it will put them in alphabetical order for you, as long as you put them by last name. So let's say you forgot a student. I forgot Maria Chilton. I just go back, type her name in, and you will see that it then puts it into the correct alphabetical order. Don't forget to continually go back and change each folder to edit. Once you have all of your folders set up, you can then work with the actual spreadsheets. So this is the spreadsheet that you're going to see. It may say MIR spreadsheet, it may say generic MIR spreadsheet. You want to right-click on that spreadsheet and click Make a Copy. It will create a copy right there in that same. Sometimes it gives you trouble, but it should create a copy. It should create a copy that looks something like this. I had to play with mine a little bit, so don't give up. Sometimes it's a little stubborn. It will say copy of MIR spreadsheet or copy of whatever the title that you have. When you open that spreadsheet, it's going to look something like this, and you do have to fill in some basic information at the top of this form. So I'm just going to work with Maria Chilton because she's the last one that I worked with. So you're going to put the student name here where it says student name, and then you're going to put your name beside where it says homeroom teacher name, and then here you have a couple of options. You can either put it out beside it. I'm just going to put it underneath it. Mindy Chilton is the mom. She was listed as the first contact for this young lady. So I put her name and number, and then Tim Chilton is the father, and his contact information looks something like this. And so now we have automatic contact information for those students whenever we log in. Now that you have the information filled in, you don't have to do anything else to the spreadsheet because all of this will be filled in when these students earn MIRs. At this point, you want to rename it as that student's name. So you go to File and Rename, and then you want to name it Chilton Maria. Now that it's renamed Maria Chilton, you X out of it and it should show up as renamed. And you want to, before I do that, let me make sure that it is shared. So we're going to have to make sure that this is shared with everyone as well. So I did that by clicking, making sure that it's highlighted, again, making sure that it is shared as edit rights to everyone. And then you just drag it into that folder. Now, whenever I go into Maria Chilton, you will see that this is now in her folder. I can do the same thing for each other student. So this is Sydney Rutherford's, and her contact looks something like this. Now I rename it as her. You can also share it from here if you wish, but I'm going to go back and do it here. Make sure that it's editable. And then I'm going to drag that into her folder. So you would just need to continue to do this until you have created a spreadsheet for each student so that they all have the information that is necessary. If you have any questions, please let me know.